As my school name is Sacred Heart Senior Secondary School, I want to become an astronomer. This was my introduction.
Yes, Pius, please say something about yourself. Sorry, Pius, I do not hear. Yes, Amit, please say something about yourself. Hello, Amit, please on your mic. Yes, Purnima, please say something about yourself.
Yes, yes, sir. My name is Purnima from Standard 10th. I study in Mount Summer School. I am from Bihar. I want to become a good doctor.
Okay. So, Aryan, today is science session. So, can you say something regarding science? You are in standard 7. Yes, or 6?
So sixth.
Yes.
Okay, sir. I think I have a presentation. Can I present it, sir? I have a presentation. Can I present it?
Yes, Aryan.
Okay, wait a minute. Uh, Sir, please wait 1 minute. Sir, I'm opening it right now. Okay, so can you hear me?
Yes.
So yes, this is about history of everything. So starting introduction to history of everything. So the history of everything encompasses of the entire timeline of the universe from the Big Bang to the present day. It includes the development of life, human civilization, and technological advancements. Understanding this history help us comprehend our place in the universe and the evolution of a species. The Big Bang Theory. The Big Bang marks the beginning of the universe approximately 13.8 billion years ago. It initiated the expansion of space and formation of fundamental particles. The event laid the groundwork for the creation of stars, galaxies, and eventually planets. So, the formation of Earth. Earth formed around 4.5 billion years ago from the debris of the solar system. The planet underwent significant geological changes, including volcanic activity and the formation of oceans. These conditions eventually made Earth suitable for the emergence of life. The origin of life. The life on Earth is believed to have originated around 3.5 billion years ago. Simple prokaryotic organisms were the first forms of life thriving in primordial oceans. The evolution of these organisms led the diversity of life we see today. So, does anybody have a question? Hello? Does anybody have a question?
Yes, Shreya, you have any question regarding this?
Sir, actually I've joined now, so I did not understand whatever have Aryan said.
Can you
So
explain it more?
Okay. So, history of everything. Introduction to the history of everything. The history of everything compasses the entire timeline of the universe from Big Bang to present day. It includes the development of life, human civilization, and technological advancements. So, the Big Bang theory it marks that the universe started 30.8 billion years ago. It initiated the expansion of the universe. Formation of Earth. The Earth formed around 4.5 billion years ago from the debris of the solar system. This planet underwent significant geological changes, including volcanic activity and the formation of seas. The, the origin of life. Life on Earth is believed to have originated about 3.5 billion years ago. Simple organisms were the first form of life thriving in the primordial oceans. The evolution of these organisms led to the diversity of life we see today. So, did you understand it?
yes, Aryan, thank you.
The Cambrian explosion. The Cambrian explosion occurred approximately 541 million years ago, making a rapid diversification of life. Many major animals groups first appeared during this period, including arthropods and molluscs. These events set the stage for complex ecosystem and the eventual rise of vertebrates. The age of dinosaurs. The Mesozoic era, known as the Age of Dinosaurs, lasted from 250 to 66 million years ago. Dinosaurs dominated terrestrial ecosystems and evolved into various forms and sizes. Their extinction paved the way for mammals to rise in prominence. So the age of dinosaurs was around 252 to 66 million years ago. So they dominated most of the time until they were destroyed by the asteroid. The emergence of mammals. After the dinosaur extinction, mammals began to diversify and fill ecological niches. This period saw the evolution of early primates, which were ancestors to modern humans. Mammals developed unique adaptations leading to a variety of species and behaviors. The rise of hominids. Hominids, including our ancestors, began to emerge around 6 to 7 million years ago in Africa. Key species such as Australopithecus and Homo habilis exhibited bipedalism and tool use. These adaptations were crucial for survival and paved the way for the evolution of Homo sapiens. So, around 6 to 7 million years ago, our ancestors emerged from Africa and they were bipedal, meaning they can walk on two legs and they can use tools. The development of language. The development of languages allowed early humans to communicate and share knowledge. Language facilitated social bonds and cooperation, enhancing survival strategies. This ability to communicate led to the cultural development and complex societies. So, does anybody have a question? Agricultural revolution started around 10,000 years ago, transformed human societies. Humans translated from nomadic lifestyles to settled farming communities. This shift allowed for population growth and the development of surplus food production. So the agriculture revolution started 10,000 years ago when human societies started farming. Formation of early civilizations. Early civilizations emerged in regions such as Mesopotamia, Egypt, and the Indus Valley. These societies developed writing, architecture, and centralized governments. The rise of civilization marked the beginning of recorded history. So, like this is the period when few books were started writing, or we can call recorded history started. Okay, so the classical age, spanning from 500 BCE to 500 CE, saw the rise of empires like Rome and Greece. Philosophy, science, and art flourished during this period, shaping Western thought. Trade routes extended, facilitating a cultural exchange between diverse societies. The Middle Ages. The Middle Ages lasting from 5th to the late 15th century were characterized by feudalism. So the Catholic Church lead has a significant role in unifying Europe this time. This era also saw the advancement in agriculture and spread of new technology. Okay, the next is our Renaissance. The beginning in the 14th century marked a revival of art and learning. Humanism emphasized the study of classical texts, leading to advancements in various fields. This cultural movement laid the foundation for the modern era and scientific era. So after this, after the classic Middle Ages, the scientific revolution started. The age of exploration. The age of exploration in the 15th and 16th expanded geographic horizons. Europeans explored and discovered new lands, leading to colonization and trade routes. This era significantly impacted indigenous population and global interactions. So, like da Gama, who discovered India, was also in this period. So, we were exploring new things here. The Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution, starting in the late 18th century, transformed economies and societies. Innovations in machinery and manufacturing process led to the mass production. Urbanization increased as people moved to cities for work, altering social structures. So, in this Industrial Revolution, progress and we have economies and societies, etc. Does anybody have a question? Okay, I don't think so. The World War in the 20th century drastically changed global dynamics. These conflicts re- resulted in significant loss of life and geographical shifts. The aftermath saw the creation of international organizations aimed at promoting peace. So, after the World War, wait a minute. After the World War, uh, everything changed. Significant loss of life happened and geographical shifts. The Cold Era, it was in late 1940s to the early 19 was marked by ideological conflict. The West and the Soviet Union emerged as superpowers influencing global politics. This period saw the arms race leading to technological advancement. So the war in this, what happened? It was a war between US and Soviet Union. Soviet Union is is a what we can call empire of Russia. So in this, what happened? There was no what we can call fight, but what we call it ideological conflict. This was in the Cold War. The Digital age, beginning in the late 20th century, revolutionized communication and information access. The internet transformed how people connect, work, and share knowledge globally. Detailed technology continues to shape human interactions. So I think this in this slide. So does anybody have a question? This is
So,
absolutely
what was the ideological, right?
yes.
During that civil war, right? There were two types of ideology.
So like wars of ideas can be
So one was capitalism, right?
okay.
So US
Capi.
was representing capitalism, right? Different ideology, and
Yeah,
Soviet Union, right? So that time Soviet Union was representing like communism, and that
yes.
time India during India got independence at that point of time, right? Like 1947, and then we chose to be non-aligned, right? Like we did not choose anybody. We did not made allies of US or Soviet Union.
Yes.
So every year, right? If you notice, right, from 18th centuries, 19th and 20th centuries. So entire world, right? It was in two groups. If you see, earlier there were like two superpowers before World War, right? And when World War happened, like between two groups, you know, what who were those groups? Like one was
Capitalism and
which one?
capitalism and communism.
No, World War. During that World War, before that, Soviet Union and US became superpower. I think Purnima wants to say that.
So a light power and central power.
Yes. And who were the leaders at that time? Like Germany was one, right? Germany, Japan, and Italy in one side in the Second World War. You know, have you heard about Adolf Hitler?
Yes.
Yeah, Adolf Hitler, Mussolini, they were leading one side, right? And then who was in other side?
Uh, what was communism? Capitalism.
Right? No, capitalism actually that concept of capitalism and communism started after World War, after World War II. Okay. So at that point of time, the whole thing was because of greediness, right? So UK, the United Kingdom had this also like England, London. So actually England, France, it were like in one side. US joined them later on. Okay, I want like there was history in Pearl Harbor. At that point of time, actually US joined them. But before that, like UK was ruling half of the world, right, including India before World War II, right? And small countries like Germany and other people, right, they also wanted to grab some land. They wanted to also do that colonization, but they don't have much scope. So that was the root cause of those things, right? So Japan, Germany, and Italy, they were in one side, and then UK, France, and later on other countries like Russia, US, they also joined them in last phase of World War II when Japan bombed to United States at Pearl Harbor, and then US also joined them, and that changed the whole scenario. And they defeated Germany. There were also like a nuclear bomb attack at Japan. Do you know where it happened? There's a place called Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The US bombed at nuclear uh, atom bomb, and that was like that ended the World War II. Before it happened, like Germany, Adolf Hitler also killed himself. He did suicide, and that was the end of World War II. And then after World War II, during that World War II, Russia and US were in one side, but after World War II, again, right, everybody wanted to control that entire world. So US, and there was like Cold War, US and Russia. But it was good. Good. Hey Malik ji.
Good evening,
Hello, hello,
Rajiv.
good evening to everyone. Yeah, I was listening to Rajiv ji depiction of the World War II.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Pankaj ji, I'm a bit late today. I got trapped in the Calcutta jam.
No problem. Thanks
Hello,
for joining.
Yes, sir.
yeah, how are you? How are others?
Yes, sir. Manas are also present. Rajiv is also present.
Our young people.
Yes. Avneet ji also present.
So again, if you can show the slides again, like yeah, Malik ji will know the context. Actually, Aryan was presenting nice slides uh, about all. Actually, I joined him when he was talking about industrial revolution.
Oh, I'm trying.
So this was about what, Aryan? That was,
So the beginning of
hello?
thing. The beginning. So in this, it contains about the Big Bang and the Cambrian explosion till the what you can call the digital age.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. That must be very interesting to all the young people.
Yes.
So, so are there questions to Aryan about what he has told? Or or questions to Rajiv ji also, he has told about the World War II.
Yeah. These slides, right? Like it's near. It shows what what happened earlier, right? Till now,
Right.
during that time, right? So right, so it's we evolved a lot. Now let's see what will happen.
Actually, I want to add to all the young people here. So, what happened in the first few seconds or first few minutes? So, now question is that there was a big bang. Okay, fine. But what happened after that is quite a complicated subject in the sense that in the beginning it was only quark. After a few seconds, not we don't know in the very 0 second what was there. They say it is a source of energy, but after that it's all quarks and things like that. So people, scientists in the world are interested now to create those conditions. What happened that time? So that is what was done with the LHC, Large Hadron Collider, which was done to reproduce that thing, that event, what was there. So people have done it, and but to understand still, even the earlier part of that, we need to build accelerators which are much higher in energy, and that is a challenge to the younger generation now. That how do we increase the energy? We can increase energy provided the government gives lots of money, but government is not willing. Either even rich countries like US, even the big accelerator which was made, was made by a group of countries in the Europe. USA wanted to build one, but they built half the way and then they stopped. They said, why to spend so much money on this? It's better to spend on the health of people, which was the superconducting super collider. So that was stopped halfway. So it was left to now the European countries. India also is a part of that. And there in Large Hadron Collider, they tried to create conditions which existed in the initial period of the universe. So a lot of data has been collected. Uh, People expect that after some time, some of the big theories might take a hit. There may be change in that. But till date, it appears the standard model appears to be quite successful. But nobody knows what will happen in the future. So, so young people, do you have any questions? So we have Purnima, we have, I can see, uh, Amit ji is there, Priyanshu is there, and Amarnath ji is there. By the way, do you all know that Amarnath ji has got another name which is Tirhutia? Hello, I
It's
can't
Amarnath.
hear.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir. Amarnath,
Yes,
sir.
yes, yes.
Namaste,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
yes,
Continue, guys. I'm listening. I'm listening. Continue.
yeah. So are there questions from our young people? Why don't you ask questions?
Hello, Shreya, you have any question?
No, sir.
Any kids?
When I was in the college, there was a teacher of mine who was very famous. So he used to come to the class and he used to say that if you don't ask questions, I can understand only two things. That either I am such a good teacher that you have understood everything, or you are such a bad student that you are not understanding anything. And then we used to ask him questions after that. Hello? Is there some problem with my sound system? I am not getting sound from people.
No, sir. It's your sound is okay, sir. Yes, Purnima or Priyanshu, you have any question?
No, sir.
Hello, Aryan, do you have any question? Acha,
No,
Aryan,
sir.
I'm asking you that you have told the beginning of the universe. So do you have any questions to yourself?
No, sir.
So you have understood everything of that. Is it very nice?
So people, do you know like Sunita Williams? And have you heard about Kalpana Chawla?
Yes, sir.
So do you knew right? Sunita Williams is still in space stations. Right? There is some problem, and then it was delayed arrival to Earth. That
Yes.
is going on in the media.
Yes. I think she would come in February 2025. I think so.
Yeah, it was delayed, right? Earlier she had to
Yeah.
come this year, but it was delayed.
Really, I mean, she went for 8 days and she has to stay for 8 months.
Yeah.
Today, everybody is quiet. Pankaj, there is something. Is my sound system okay or something wrong there?
Sir, now till now silent. Yes, Aryan, you have any question?
Yes. Yes, sir.
So Arjun, would you like to go to those slides and we can discuss about each slide? Like it's very important. Those slides are really important, and then it will cover science as well as history. Right? What happened during
Yes.
those days? Can you get again?
Yes.
Those things you will learn in both the sides, right? So especially 1800, yeah, 18th century, 19th century, right? Those lot of things happen.
So the starting of the slide is the Big
Now,
Bang
if you go
theory.
down, now after if you go to the second last,
I should open the second last. Uh, the Cold War,
Yeah,
right?
before digital age. Digital age, we are in digital age, right?
Yes.
So what was it before that? I think one slide telling about this. If you go back to one slide.
Cold War.
Okay, let's see what yeah, this is the one, right? In the Cold
Yes.
War. So oh, there are like nice pictures also. You put it the Cold War.
Yes.
You can see JF Kennedy.
Your voice is not coming.
Do you know any US president? Let's talk about that. Like, do you know anybody who is the current president of US?
Biden. Joe Biden.
Joe Biden. And do you know any like three presidents? Can you tell anybody three famous US presidents
Can you?
in history? Probably you will learn about Kennedy, JF Kennedy, and then George Washington
Not.
and Abraham Lincoln, right? If I have to this way.
Yes, I know.
Have you heard about any of these? Abraham Lincoln, Kennedy, or George
Yes.
Washington?
Yes, sir. So, so there were many more presidents.
Mhm.
John Reagan was one of them. He was known
Yes.
for Reaganomics. Or the trickle down effect. So, like, I think the tax rate was very much back then. When he reduced the tax, so the economy thrived. I think this was it, right?
Mhm.
John Reagan and
And
Obama. Uh,
yeah, Obama, Barack Obama, yes, yes. And
he he is known for his what you can call mm, uh, what air striking Osama. I think so. This was it. Osama
yes,
and
yes, that yeah, it had happened at during that his time. Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
uh,
And do we know about Russian president
Stalin.
Stalin? Yes, yes, yeah. Stalin was the president.
Putin.
Uh, gotcha. Yeah, I think I don't know much about him, but yeah.
Gorbachev,
Oh, Gorbachev. Yes, yes, Mikhail Gorbachev. Yes,
yeah, he made a history in the
yes,
Russian history. Yes, I think he was the one who finished the whole.
yes. He got a Peace Nobel Prize, and then after that, Soviet Sang became Russia.
Right. Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have questions regarding what Aryan has spoken just now. Purnima, to you. So Aryan said that the universe is expanding. Is expanding. Why do you think that the universe is expanding? Purnima, hello, Purnima. We have young people.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Just now, Aryan says that the universe is expanding. He said that from the beginning of the universe, then the universe is expanding. How do we know that the universe is expanding? Why do we say? I don't believe it. Do you believe it? everybody in your school, your teacher is telling. Today we have Ashwini also. We would like to hear his experience of science teaching afterwards. So everybody read the newspapers, read the books, your NCRT books also. They say the universe is expanding. How do we know that? Why should I accept it?
Sir,
Or
can I
do
close
you
this?
think universe is expanding? Yes.
Sir, can I close
Yes.
this one?
Yeah. Sorry. Once again, please.
Sir, I was asking to close the presentation.
No. Is it Aryan you are speaking?
Sir, what was the question?
My question is that just now you showed a picture in which it shows that the universe is expanding. How do we know universe is expanding? Why do people think that universe is expanding? Why should I believe it? I want to question this. Why will I accept it? I don't see anywhere. Do you see anywhere around you that the universe is expanding?
Sir, I think we will need a telescope
So
or
with the
we can
telescope, what will you see? That the universe is expanding, is it?
sir no like they are moving away from us. This we will see.
Mhm.
Uh,
No, Purnima, you are in class 10. Have they taught you about this expanding universe? Suniji, you are there, isn't it? Suniji,
Yes, sir.
yeah, are they teaching in class 10 expanding
No,
universe?
I don't think so. They are teaching this thing.
Oh, so it comes in class 11 or 12, is it?
Maybe.
Oh,
We
but the earlier NCRT books used to have this. In class 9 or class 10, they used to say very briefly about the expanding universe. Oh,
no,
so
sir.
now it's not there.
We are not aware. If you can
Oh,
let us explain, sir.
yeah, no, now let us first hear explanation from Aryan has an explanation. What is your explanation, Aryan? Why we should accept
So,
that the universe is expanding?
so sir, like the redshift of the galaxies.
So what? Suppose I tell any common man there is a red shift, so the universe is expanding. So he will just tell that you don't know anything. He'll tell me. Why do we? What do you think that red shift means that the universe is expanding?
Uh, sir, I need some time. So, sir, maybe like how far it is will be the answer.
Yeah. Yeah. What is the answer?
So, sir, like uh, mm, the redshift just indicates distance or
Hmm.
what. So, sir, the redshift
Now,
can be the
what is
result of
red shift? What is red shift? Let us understand.
what is redshift.
Yeah.
So, the phenomena where light from object appears to shift toward the red of the spectrum, or maybe like what you can call waves like things. So,
Uh,
when the redshift is the result of
okay.
light waves being
Uh, I,
spread out as
I will tell
waves.
you. I'll tell you what is red shift. You will be experiencing daily in your life. See, if you stand on the platform of a station, so when the train comes approaches you, you will find that the frequency increases. and when the train goes away from you, you will find the frequency decreases. Sound जो होता है उसका पहले
Yes.
खूब बहुत sharp होता है आती when it is approaching you, when it is going away, it's the frequency has decreased. This decrease
Yes.
in frequency, it means that the train is going away from you. So
Yes.
now what happened is that we have on the earth, we have got the, what is the light emitted by a hydrogen atom? We know it, we have got spectrometer, by which we can measure, suppose an electron falls from a higher orbit to a lower orbit, it will emit a light, it will have a frequency. So we can measure that, we know it. Now, if the same hydrogen atom is moving away from us, you will find that the frequency will decrease a little bit. So that is called the red
Yes.
shift. Yeah, that is called, it is shifting towards the
Yes.
red shift. That means when we measure the hydrogen, because light is most of the light which we get from the galaxies and the stars, they are coming from mostly hydrogen or helium or very low element substances. Now, if we find that the frequency which we see on the earth when we measure in the lab, but when we see the same spectrum from an atom, hydrogen atom coming from a galaxy, we find it is the frequency shifted a little bit. And that means just like a train which is moving away, so the frequency has decreased, the same thing is happening in this. So we concluded that all the bodies are moving away from us. So that can only happen when
Yes.
on the balloon, if you put two spots with a pen, if you put two spots and if you blow it, you will find those two spots will move away from each other. In fact, all the spots which will be there on the balloon will be moving away from each other. And that is the reason why we started saying, and that is the convincing proof why we say that the universe is expanding. Now, earlier times there was a theory that universe will expand, it will go on expanding, and after some time it will stop expanding, then it will start contracting. So, and there is another theory that says that it will keep on expanding. So, this theory still is to be proved. What will happen, we don't know in future. That whether it will continue to keep on expanding, or is it it will, after some time, it will contract, again come to a small point, and again there will be a big bang, and again another universe. Nobody knows about it. In fact, in this one, there was an Indian scientist, Narlikar, who had this oscillating theory that the universe keeps on expanding and then again it contracts. So this is what we don't know, and there are certain parameters we need to measure. Then we will know whether it will someday expand or not, and that depends on the dark matter and dark energy. That is why the interest in dark matter and dark energy has come. Well, it depends on how much dark matter is there. That will decide whether it will again contract or it will keep on expanding. So this is very interesting field for young people like Aryan, Purnima, and we need to understand whether the universe will keep on expanding or will someday it will contract. So that is what one of your picture, Aryan, which you showed, I think, in the second slide or third slide, you will find that it is expanding universe picture. That is the, you saw now that there is something like you showed. Purnima, is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tomorrow you should go at home, on a balloon. What you do, you take 2 points and then you blow air into the balloon and just see what happens. It's just like universe, that balloon will also expand just like the universe expands, and you'll find all the points will be going away from each other. And how did we know? We knew by this redshift which Aryan was talking about. So redshift was a very big discovery that human beings made about the universe. Ashwini ji, today we want to hear from you your experience of teaching science in the school.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, what do you think that how to make science more interesting for students? What experiments you do? I mean, make
Uh,
it interesting
I
for.
think by generating, interest by showing them some examples. It is very nice whenever you are teaching anything in science.
Mm.
Uh, uh, First, we try to demonstrate by some experiments, simple experiments, the experiment that everyone can understand, so that they can it can make the subject interesting.
But how?
Some basic experiment we do with just right now I'm teaching in science the light and electricity.
Okay.
So basic experiment that finding the focal length and everything, afterwards we will teach refraction, in which I will show them the bending of light, the prism effect, the spectrum. Acha,
What is,
there was one thing that I thought ki, children would not be clear in my class. Uh, the dual nature of light. Some of the students are joined from my class in this session. So if you can explain that thing, so
yeah. So yeah, this dual. Initially, we started. Yeah, I would think. Yeah. So Maxwell, when he came up with the electromagnetic wave theory, so so this electromagnetic, this light was kind of an electromagnetic wave actually, but the the problem arose with the photoelectric effect. Ashwini ji, are you exposing in class 10 photoelectric effect?
no, not in this. I mean, this is not in class 10th right now. We when we were studying in class 10th, it was there.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I think so. Actually, children, they can question you actually that why you think that the light is a particle as well as a wave at the same time.
That's why I also want to clear myself.
So, but actually, they need to know what is a photoelectric effect. Now, a photoelectric effect is that uh, when a wave falls on this some material, photoelectric materials, so
Hmm.
electrons are emitted. Electrons are emitted. Now, if you increase what they saw, that if you suppose it is a lesser frequency, and if you increase the intensity, those electrons will never come out. I have to be a little bit clearer in the sense that, when the frequency is increased,
Hmm.
when the frequency is increased, then just at some point, beyond that, even if the intensity is very less, the electrons will come out. Which only means what? That an electron, this is now photoelectrons, it is an interaction with the electron. If the wave is interacting with the electron, then whatever be the frequency, low or high, it should have come out actually. This is an important point to understand. But since the wave is interacting not as a wave but as a particle with the electron, and that's why it needs a minimum frequency, minimum energy, to see electrons, they need a special particular energy to come out of the substance.
Hmm.
So that energy, see, I can give it by increasing the amplitude because amplitude is dependent on the energy. So I can give a low frequency and increase its amplitude so much that the electrons will come out, but the electrons never came out. It's only when a certain frequency is reached, you keep on increasing the frequency, suddenly the electrons will start coming. And this was an experiment which was nobody could explain. It was left to Albert Einstein to explain this. That this is the particle nature of the wave which is affecting this one. And he was given Nobel Prize not for theory of relativity. He was given Nobel Prize for photoelectric effect explanation. Actually, because people were puzzled that why it is happening. You
Because
see, if I
it
give
would be
huge amount of
if
energy, electrons should have come out, but electron doesn't come out. It's only
hmm,
when I increase the frequency, the photon energy is equal to h into the frequency multiplied by something. So when the particular frequency is reached, then only the electron comes out. Otherwise, it doesn't come out. How much intense you make it, increase the amplitude, it doesn't come out at all. This is known as the photoelectric effect. So this was the beginning that people said that the electromagnetic wave not only behaves like a wave, but also behaves like a particle,
particle.
particle nature. This one. I'm not very sure because people, your students must first understand the photoelectric effect, which is very important milestone in field.
So while we were in class ninth and 10th, this topic was taught to us. But right now
Yeah,
it is not.
yeah, I'm really surprised actually, though why it was there if I remember very well. But to be very frank with you, the same is when I was teaching the MSc students, they were not understanding the photoelectric effect. So they missed the point actually. I mean,
And that was the only experiment to show that the light carries the particle nature.
yeah, again, after that, there were many other things are there, which shows that sometimes the light behaves like a particle and sometimes it behaves like a wave. And then it went to the electron also. Now, electron, with electron, you can produce diffraction pattern. Which means with electron is a particle, but you can produce a wave like a wave pattern of the electron, you see. So this is where the whole understanding of the science has come, quantum mechanics. But
There
again,
is a lot of sound
photoelectric
coming from
effect
your
can
side.
be, you can teach the class 10 students, I think. Purnima, am I clear to you? Could you understand this?
Yes, sir.
No, I mean, why? What did you understand? Can you tell us?
Yes, sir. So light has dual nature, particle and wave nature.
Yeah, but how do we know that? Because if I tell it has dual nature, that doesn't mean that you should believe it. You should question it in your mind, to us, to your teacher, to Ashwini also. So why do you accept this? You should not accept it. I don't see anything in my life, that anything something is behaving like a particle and then behaving like a wave. I do not see anything in my house. So why do you accept it?
So light rays behave as wave light bends around obstacles or through small openings.
Yeah,
That is diffraction.
that is, yeah. And,
Diffraction.
so Maxwell said that light is an electromagnetic wave, and then it turned out that sometimes the light behaves like a wave, sometimes it behaves like a particle, and that is called photon. Then, Ashwini, what are the challenges you face in your school while teaching the students? I mean, they must be getting what part they don't try, they don't understand actually.
Uh, I'm sharing my experience. I told you, I mean, that day only, they are lost in their imaginations,
Hmm.
and I think imagination is also good for them. The more they
Yeah, yeah,
imagine, uh,
yes. Yeah, yeah, it is good. They must have, they should have imagination. That is what is creativity comes from that.
now the thing that I face generally is the uh, concise, yeah, concentrated nature of the NCRT books right now.
Hmm.
Many of the things right now, you will be surprised to hear that periodic table has also been, I mean, omitted from that.
In class 10 or class 11.
Class 10th.
Oh,
It was very important to know this, how the periodic table behaves. I mean, in the periods and in the rows, but they have omitted that thing. So they are, I mean, very narrowing the syllabus.
okay, but I understand. I got to, in the newspapers. It came that they have shifted periodic table to class 11 or 12.
Yeah, yeah, they have shifted. But it was
Remove.
it was
Yeah,
necessary. In my view, my personal opinion, it was necessary that they should, the students should understand. Yeah, have us a bit knowledge in class ninth and 10th.
yeah. I also feel so. I also feel so. I
It was
feel so that
it was
by
not
10,
too much. It was up to, I mean, element 20 calcium. They have to understand up till that element. Afterwards, it was taught in 11th and 12th. But the basic they started in 9th and 10th.
yeah, I also feel so because see Darwin's theory and the Big Bang and all those, if they don't know by class 10, then after class 10, students will diversify into commerce, arts, and all that. So those students will miss
And
this part.
they will never, those who are not I mean, not taking the science after 10th, they will never
Yeah,
know
yeah.
these basic things.
Yes, and then they will start believing in ghosts.
uh,
If you have inadequate science, if you haven't done the full good science, then people tend to believe in ghosts. So then that creates problems of its own, actually.
mm,
Maybe you can teach your children a little bit going away from the syllabus, little feeling about the whole universe and all that. Because you see, class 5 student, class 6 student who Aryan is able to
yeah,
comprehend these
Aryan,
things.
Aryan is very curious and he's always asking a very good things.
Yeah, yes. No, even Purnima and all these people, they are all
Uh,
intelligent students. See, so they can understand. They will get a picture of what this whole universe is about, what Darwin's theory is, and all that things. So their things will they will do good in their. So all people, human beings, need to know this.
Purnima, Priyanshu, Vaishnavi, if you have anything to ask?
Yes, Vaishnavi. Yeah, Vaishnavi. She has to introduce herself. No, I think she's coming for the first time. No.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
Vaishnavi, intro.
Hello, Vaishnavi.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please introduce yourself.
Sir, my name is Vaishnavi and I am currently studying standard 10th from Mount Summer School.
Yes, and what is your ambition in life?
Sir, I want to be a psychiatrist.
Oh my God. Why you want to be a psychiatrist?
Sir, I think there is not that much awareness on mental health, and people still refer to it as a taboo, and I want to eradicate that as much as I can do.
Oh, that's very nice of you. Actually, yes, people hide if they have a mental problem, but
Yes.
yeah,
And the
these problems begin at a very basic level, which people always tend to ignore. And my aim is to spread awareness on that topic.
So you want to be a psychiatrist or you want to be a psychologist?
Um, a psychiatrist.
Okay. But in psychiatry, the only problem is that since we
I,
don't understand the brain very much, so most of the, not most, many things are,
it's
still
dependent
the
on.
research is going on still. But some of the things are organic diseases in the brain, so that can be cured. But
हाँ,
others are not.
cured through therapy or talk therapy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it is a very challenging subject in any case.
Yes, sir.
And Priyanshu, you should speak something. Hello, Priyanshu. You haven't yet spoken from the day you have come.
Yes, please. Yes, Priyanshu, please say something about yourself first of all. Priyanshu left.
Left.
There,
I think he's a bit shy.
No, no, he will join. He is very curious.
now Om Prakash ji has also joined.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm right now at company, so I'm duty.
Oh, I see, I see.
So from 2 week I am in second shift. My second shift is running. So 12 p.m. to night 12 p.m. I'm busy at company. Company not in the traveling and company both are. So
तो
that's
रात
why
में भी आपको
morning
रात में रहना पड़ता है.
रात till now रात में 10:45 p.m. मेरा ड्यूटी क्लोज हो जाता है. देन आफ्टर आई विल डिपार्चर टू होम. बट घर पहुंचते पहुंचते मेरे को 12 बज ही जाते हैं. ट्रेवल में टाइम लगता है. 45
Okay,
किलोमीटर है वहाँ से कंपनी से घर.
I wish you have a good sleep also after that.
बट सर पंकज पंकज सर को हमेशा रहता होगा कि ओपी ओम प्रकाश जी उठते उठते नहीं है. पहले मैं उठ भी जाता था एफर्ट करके, लेकिन अभी क्या है एनर्जी लेवल नहीं रहता, इसलिए सोता ही रहता हूँ.
Very well, Om Prakash ji.
यस. बट आई वांट टू डेली में प्रोमिस करता खुद से कि मुझे 5 बजे उठना है. अलार्म भी अलार्म मेरा मुझे जगा देता है, जग भी जाता हूँ, लेकिन फिर सोचता कि ठीक है एनर्जी नहीं है, इतना एफर्ट नहीं करना है लाइफ के साथ में, सो जाता हूँ फिर मैं.
Yes,
So,
Purnima, you want to say something?
यस.
यस सर. सर आप पिछली क्लास में बोल रहे थे कि पीरियोडिक टेबल्स के बारे में बताएंगे.
हाँ, या एक्चुअली मुझे आने में थोड़ा देरी हो गया, तो इस बार नहीं, अगली बार जरूर बताएंगे हम. मैं तो रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा अश्विनी जी को बताने के लिए. Who has got a hands-on experience. अश्विनी जी.
जी जी. पीरियोडिक टेबल में क्या जानना है सो बताओ. कोशिश करूंगा बताने का. Across the group, across the period.
सर मतलब पीरियोडिक टेबल आया कैसे, किस एलिमेंट को कहाँ बांटा गया, क्यों बांटा गया.
पीरियोडिक टेबल देखो, जब तक एलिमेंट
वही.
फाउंड मतलब जब उसका खोज हो रहा था तो उस समय एक हैपहैज़र्ड था. पीरियड्स का क्या मतलब हुआ कि एक रिपीटिशन होता है, एक समय के बाद रिपीट करता है. तो जैसे जैसे धीरे धीरे अलग अलग एलिमेंट्स का खोज होता गया, तो सबको याद करके रखना सारे एलिमेंट्स के बिहेवियर को, या कह सकते हो कि हर एक के बारे में अलग अलग पढ़ना ये मुश्किल था. इस कारण से उसको क्लासिफाई किया गया एक जगह पे, जो बहुत मतलब डोबरनियर के समय से ही मतलब अलग अलग वे में लोगों ने क्लासिफाई किया कि कैसे उनका जो बिहेवियर है या नेचर है वो रिपीट करता है, ताकि हमें पढ़ने में आसान हो जाए. एक पीरियड के व्हाट यू से ग्रुप, एक ग्रुप के अक्रॉस जितने भी एलिमेंट्स आपको आएंगे, मतलब ऊपर से नीचे मैं बता रहा हूँ, जितने भी एलिमेंट्स आएंगे लगभग उनका सेम रिएक्टिविटी रहेगा. जैसे अब आप लेफ्ट टू राइट जाइएगा पीरियड में, तो आप देखिएगा कि लेफ्ट टू राइट में मेटल से आप हाईली एक्टिव मेटल से आप नॉन मेटल्स की तरफ जा रहे हैं। सबसे लास्ट में इनर्ट को रखा गया है। अच्छा, एक चीज और बताऊंगा, इनर्ट वो होते हैं जिनका आउटर कॉन्फ़िगरेशन फुल होता है। जैसे आप पढ़ेंगे, जब ये तुरंत तो नहीं बता सकता, लेकिन जैसे आप जानेंगे कि जो भी एलिमेंट्स होता है उसके आउटर ऑर्बिट में 288 करके कॉन्फ़िगरेशन होता है। अगर 8 रहता है तो वो हम लोग फुल मानते हैं, वो जल्दी वो रिएक्ट नहीं करेगा। कुछ कुछ समझ रहे हो पूर्णिमा?
Yes, sir.
पीरियोडिक टेबल एक कंप्लीट चैप्टर ही है। थोड़ा सा बेसिक मैं बता रहा हूँ कि पीरियोडिक टेबल बनाने का इसलिए ज़रूरत पड़ा क्योंकि जितने एलिमेंट्स आ रहे थे और सबके बारे में पर्टिकुलरली जानना मुश्किल था, याद रखना। इस कारण से हाँ, उसे एक ग्रुप में डाला गया ताकि हम एक ग्रुप का अगर याद कर लें या एक ग्रुप का फंक्शन या एक्टिविटी या इसका रिएक्टिविटी समझ जाएं तो उसमें आने वाले सभी का सेम रहता है।
Yes, Vaishnavi, you right hand. You want to say something?
No, sir, I was actually checking the options and I pressed on it mistakenly. I'm so sorry.
ओके ओके, बेसिक चीज है। जैसे ऊपर से नीचे आप ग्रुप में आओगे तो आपको साइज एटम्स का बड़ा होते चला जाएगा, और जैसे ही एटम्स का साइज बड़ा होते जाएगा उसका सबसे बाहर वाला ऑर्बिट का इलेक्ट्रॉन सबसे दूर होगा न्यूक्लियस से, जिसके कारण वो सबसे ज्यादा रिएक्टिव होगा। जैसे आप लेफ्ट से राइट जाओगे पीरियड में, इलेक्ट्रॉन्स की संख्या बढ़ती जाएगी, और जैसे इलेक्ट्रॉन्स की संख्या बढ़ती जाएगी वो नजदीक आएगा न्यूक्लियस, उसे अट्रैक्ट करेगा। आपको पता होगा कि न्यूक्लियस में क्या रहता है। न्यूक्लियस इज कंपोज्ड ऑफ न्यूट्रॉन्स एंड प्रोटॉन्स। प्रोटॉन्स बीच में रहेगा, और जैसे ही उसमें इलेक्ट्रॉन की संख्या बढ़ते जाएगी राइट साइड अक्रॉस द पीरियड, आप जैसे राइट जाएंगे टेबल में, आप वो कंसाइज होते जाएगा, वो छोटा होते जाएगा, और छोटा होते एक समय आएगा जब वो इनर्ट हो जाएगा, उसका आउटर ऑर्बिट फुल हो जाएगा। और कुछ स्पेसिफिक अगर उसमें पूछना है तो पूछ सकते हो।
I can tell one very simplistic answer to what Purnima is asking.
यस सर।
That let us say in the class Ashwini is teaching, there are 50 students. So what he does is that those who are lazy students, उसको एक लाइन में खड़ा कर दिया। Those who are inert students, मैंने बहुत कम बात करते हैं, उसको एक लाइन में खड़ा कर दिया। Those who are good, very active, उसको एक लाइन में खड़ा कर दिया। इस तरह से माने प्रॉपर्टी के अनुसार जो है ना, एक लाइन में सबको खड़ा किया। दिस इज व्हाट पीरियोडिक टेबल इज एक्चुअली। मेंडलीव जो थे उन्होंने देखा इतने सारे केमिकल्स हैं, एलिमेंट्स हैं, उनका प्रॉपर्टीज जो है तो बहुत सिमिलर है बहुत लोगों का, तो उसको एक लाइन में खड़ा कर दिया ऊपर से नीचे। फिर दूसरे का प्रॉपर्टी एक दूसरे जैसा है तो उसको फिर एक कर दिया। उसके बाद and this is how he made the periodic table, and he's got. And by the way, remember this one, that when he made the Mendeleev periodic table, the atomic theory was not there actually. So just based on the properties, he made the periodic table, and then later on, when we learned about the quantum theory, that fully explained what Mendeleev had. उनका जो माइंड में फीलिंग एक तो आया कि ऐसा ही होना चाहिए, पर उनको पता नहीं था ऐसा क्यों होता है। पर ही कुड पुट इनर्ट लोगों को एक ग्रुप में, एक्टिव लोगों को एक ग्रुप में, लेजी लोगों को एक ग्रुप में। But then this got proved by the atomic theory later on. It was a this was a great achievement, you see. Now, why they behave in a similar way, that is what Ashwini ji was explaining to you in terms of electrons. So that is what periodic table is. So this helps us, that you tell me one particular in a particular group, so I will know the property of another element in the same group. Now I can tell you what the property of this will be. So it was used to even predict that, okay, this element will behave like this element will behave like this. And उस समय अब इसका हिस्ट्री में है कि वो जो जब मेंडलीफ ने किया तो लोग जो है सो इसका प्रैक्टिकल यूज करने लगे माइनिंग में कि ओह आई सी तो ये एलिमेंट इस तरह है तो इसको माइनिंग में तो दूसरा एलिमेंट भी है तो वो भी इस तरह बिहेव करेगा तो उसको यूज करने लगे वो। लोगों को तो पैसे से मतलब था तो आई मीन दे कुड यूज इट. It was a very interesting example, applying science in a way to earn money. उनका सिर्फ गट फीलिंग था ये. So,
और कुछ पूछना है वैष्णवी, पूर्णिमा, कुछ भी? एनीथिंग फ्रॉम साइंस?
yes,
आप पूछो।
Vaishnavi, yes.
Sir, I want to know about the Big Bang Theory. When was it proposed? What proof do they have so that I can believe that all of the matters just got squeezed into the tiniest part and exploded? The proofs, basically.
बेटर
This
कि
is,
हम लोग इसको नेक्स्ट क्लास में डिस्कस कर लेंगे, जो समय भी बहुत हो गया और आपने जो पूछा है आई थिंक उसके लिए एक लंबा एक्सप्लेनेशन चाहिए।
yeah, actually Vaishnavi, you have asked a very very nice question. क्या
हम्म।
प्रूफ है इसका? एक्चुअली प्रूफ तो पहले तो मैथमेटिकली इट वाज. एक तो हुआ कि एक्सपेंड जो चीज कर रहा है, कोई चीज एक्सपेंड कर रहा है तो हम यदि उसका पास्ट देखेंगे इसका मतलब किसी समय में वो बहुत छोटा था, बहुत ही
हाँ
छोटा था, है ना.
जी।
इसीलिए बिग बैंग थ्योरी का जन्म हुआ. पर इसके लिए सबूत सारे चाहिए, तो बहुत सारे सबूत चाहिए. तो आई थिंक दिस व्हाट अश्विनी जी हैज सेड, विल डिस्कस दिस नेक्स्ट टाइम. पर बहुत सारे सबूत नहीं हैं, बहुत सारे या पर मैथमेटिकली इट अपीयर्स दैट देयर हैज टू बी ए बिग बैंग ओनली, बिकॉज अभी एक्सपैंड कर रहा है. तो किसी जमाने में किसी समय आज से 13 बिलियन ईयर्स अगो, if you just mathematically also if you see the rate of expansion को तुम करोगे तो एक छोटा सा whole universe will appear to be a point sized. अब point size explode क्यों किया? This is a very very tough question which my generation could not answer. It has been left to your generation now, I think. But then we'll discuss this in detail next time. Even Aryan gave a presentation on Big Bang Theory once. Maybe Aryan can come prepared with those slides, then we'll try to explain those slides. But this is very nice question, Vaishnavi. Very good.
Thank you, sir. Sir,
Up
one
Pankaj, yes,
question.
yes, please go ahead.
अच्छा, पूछो पूछो।
Would that point size from which the universe exploded be called singularity? What is a
Yeah, that
singularity?
is called singularity. Singularity is जैसे कि सिंगुलैरिटी किसको कहते हैं कि मान लो 1/0 हो गया तो उसको क्या कहेंगे, क्या व्हाट इज दैट नंबर, वी डोंट नो. दैट इज अ सिंगुलैरिटी. So even mathematically, when we try to not extrapolate, interpolate to that time, so that it comes to a similarity, means we don't know what it is. Just we know fraction of a microsecond after that what must have happened, but we don't know at that moment what happened, why it exploded. Recently, for your information, recently the gentleman who got Nobel Prize last year, so he has come that there was a time before the Big Bang.
Yes,
That
sir, I read somewhere about that.
yeah, yeah. So we'll discuss this next time. He thinks that there was a time before the Big Bang, but then there is no proof of that, unfortunately. So you can also make a theory. Only when we make experiment, we'll try to prove you or disprove you.
अच्छा, Purnima, Vaishnavi, if you were, I mean, if you are present in next class, try to collect some information regarding the thing that you have asked. तो यहाँ इस
Right,
प्लेटफॉर्म पर डिस्कस करने में अच्छा लगेगा।
right. Exactly.
कुछ कुछ
That is
खोजना,
what.
तुम भी खोजना, पूर्णिमा भी खोजेगी और यहाँ पे हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे तब।
Sure, sure, sure. I think that's very nice. So then, Pankaj, let us say goodbye to all of
Okay.
you. Have a
Okay.
nice
Thank you,
evening.
sir. Okay, Purnima. Okay, Vaishnavi. Good night.
Yes, good
Thank
night.
you, Pankaj ji.
Okay, thank you, Ashwini ji. Good night.
Okay. Good night, everyone.
Good night.